Hey, Lena. How are you doing? How's your new workplace? Have you gotten used to working there?
Oh, hello, Hannah. How have you been doing? Actually, I was just thinking of contacting you as well. Yes, thanks to everything, I have gotten used to this workplace.
Oh, really? That's great to hear. Do you think you can continue working at this company? Because I know that you had many concerns about your relationships with your colleagues at your previous company. Do you think everything will work out for you at your new company?
Yeah, I think it'll be okay, because at this moment there aren't any people who seem to be troublesome like before. And the people working here are humorous and joke around a lot, so it's a really comfortable environment to work at. Though I do suppose there might be issues that I realize after working here for a while. But anyway, I'm happy that my team gave me a warm welcome.
Well, that's great to know. Because I do remember you said before that you thought that the working environment seemed to be bad just right after you joined your previous company. So I'm relieved to know that your first impression of your new workplace was actually good this time.
Actually, my boss is a really nice person. He supports not only my job, but also offers me mental support as well. So it's a really comfortable environment to work at.
Really? Well then, I guess this job transfer was a big success for you. I'm so glad that you chose a good company and everything is going well for you.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that too. I just want to thank you for giving me advice and supporting me when I consulted you about my job transfer. I'm really glad I consulted you about everything.
Well, I hope I was able to give you some helpful advice.
Yeah, it was just perfect. Because as you're a senior with a successful working career, you probably have so much experience that I can learn from. So you gave me such useful advice, and I can't thank you enough about that.
Although, all I actually did was give you advice. I'm glad it was helpful to you in some way.
I'm just so happy to become family with you, and I'm so thankful to have such a reliable sister now. I was always worried about my brother because he would make so many mistakes in his life, but I guess he made the right choice about choosing his wife. That's one thing that I can appreciate my brother for doing. Though I'm happy that you've joined our family, honestly, I still think you're too good for my brother.
Too good for him? Isn't that a poor thing to say to him? Of course, I know that he may be a little ditzy sometimes, but you don't have to be so modest about your brother. Because even if he seems to be like that, there are actually a lot of good points about him, you know? And I know you realize that about your brother too.
But you're definitely more independent and reliable than he is.
Well, I guess it probably seems like that because I'm just older than him. I'm actually 3 years older than him, you know.
But I think that my brother should appreciate the fact of being able to marry you, because I do think you're the type of person that my brother doesn't deserve to be with. You're such a good person.
No, you're exaggerating too much about this. But if there's anything I can do, I will definitely support you. So just ask me anytime you want. And as you said, I am a senior with some working experience, so you can definitely continue to rely on me.
Thank you so much, Hannah, but I've always been thinking, aren't you being too nice to people?
Being too nice? No, I'm not. What kind of concern is that?
Because nice people usually suffer loss, so I'm worried about you. People like my brother will probably become spoiled with you being so nice and doing everything for him. So I'm just worried. Isn't my brother just using you to his own advantage?
No, don't worry. Because I don't feel like he's using me to his advantage.
But isn't my brother relying on you too much in the first place? Because I know that he actually caused you trouble the other day.
Oh, really? I don't actually remember what that was, though.
You know that there was a company event at my brother's work last month, right? And I know you went to that event too. But I heard that my brother suddenly told you about the event just one day before. I seriously can't believe he can do that.
Oh, about that. Now I remember. Yeah, he actually told me that families were also welcome to come to that event a day before that. That was actually brought up so suddenly and was surprising.
Of course it's too sudden, and I heard that there was even a dress code at the event. I can't believe he would just tell you on the day before the event. Because he should realize that women need more time to prepare for things for these events. He just needs to be more considerate about you.
But luckily, since I had the day off from work, I was able to go to the event. Though I did have to cancel my other plans to attend the event.
No, it's not like my brother can be forgiven about this because you just had the day off from work, because that's just like an elementary school child saying that tomorrow is the parent-teacher observation day on the day before. He is a full-grown adult, so he should be more responsible about these things.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I do admit that was pretty inconsiderate of him. Thanks for being angry for me.
Well, it's because you're always so nice and don't seem to get angry at all. Actually, do you get upset with things too? Because I've never seen you like that before, and I can't imagine you getting so emotional.
Of course I do get angry. I'm a human that has feelings as well, you know.
Really? Is that true? That's really hard to believe. Then I do think that you should show your true emotions more to the people around you, because I assume people aren't noticing that.
But come to think of it, that company event wasn't just a horrible incident for me, because I actually enjoyed talking to my husband's colleagues there.
Wow, you really are a nice person to be able to think like that. If I'd done the same thing, I would probably bring up that complaint for a few decades.
It really was a nice opportunity, and I did enjoy the event. And I had a chance to get along with my husband's teammates as well. We even exchanged our contacts.
What? You actually exchanged contacts? I don't think wives would usually go that far to get along with their husband's colleagues, but...
Oh, don't worry, because it's not anything suspicious. I just decided to exchange contacts because she was a young girl.
Oh, no, please don't get me wrong. Of course, it's not like I'm worried and suspicious about anything. But whoever it is, I still do think people don't actually go that far and exchange their contacts in that kind of situation, though.
Well, actually, she was the one who asked me my contact, so I just couldn't refuse to that. Since she wanted to have a barbecue party sometime soon, I guess she just wanted to get in touch with me just for that.
Well, I guess that young girl was also attracted to your generous character as well. Like I did, actually.
Well, I'm not so sure about that, but if that was really the reason she asked me, then it would make me happy, though.
I'm pretty sure that's why she did, so I can understand that she wants to get along with you. But I'm just so sure that there is definitely no young girl out there who wouldn't like you. Hello, Miss Brown. I'm sorry to send you a text so late at night. I'm Michelle Thomas, the teammate of your husband at his company, and I believe we exchanged contacts the other day at the company event.
Oh, hello. Thank you so much for the other day. I had a great time and enjoyed talking to you.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed talking to you as well, and I'm grateful that your husband is always supportive to me at work. By the way, I actually contacted you to tell you that, as we went out drinking with our team members today, it seems that your husband just drank alcohol too much, and...
Oh, I see. So I guess my husband is dead drunk now, right?
Unfortunately, that's right. I'm so sorry. As for now, I just put him in a taxi and we're headed off to your house at this moment, so we should be arriving there soon.
Oh, I'm sorry to cause you so much trouble about my husband.
Oh, no problem at all.
I will definitely scold him when he gets home. I appreciate you taking care of him all the way home.
No, this is the least I can do because he's the one who's always supporting me.
But since it's so late at night, I suppose last train has already ended, right? Are you going to be able to safely head home in this situation? I'm so sorry to have caused you so much trouble so late at night.
After I send him off to your house, I'll go home by taxi, so don't worry at all.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I will absolutely pay for the taxi fee as well. Of course, for the distance up to your house, Miss Thomas.
Oh, please don't mind about that, because it's the same direction as my home as well, so I was going to pay for it anyway.
But no, I definitely can't let you pay for this, since my husband is your boss, so I will give it to you when you arrive, so please do accept it.
Well, all right then. Thank you so much for your kindness.
No, it's rather the fee for my husband causing all this trouble to you. I suppose no one would want to take care of such a drunk boss, especially for a young woman like you.
No, I was actually the one who said that I'll take him home, so please don't mind, because I really don't think this is any trouble.
I guess you really are in a trustworthy relationship with my husband. Thank you so much for caring about him.
Well, actually, I think it's more like respect than caring for him, because even though I'm just a contract employee, your husband treats me in the same way as other permanent employees at work. As some people just look down on me because I'm a contract employee, how he shows respect towards me really made me so happy, and I'm so thankful for that.
Oh, really? Is that so? I'm so surprised to hear that about him, since I didn't really know how he is like that at his workplace. But it is good to know that he is building a trustworthy relationship with all of his teammates.
And honestly, I don't think this is just about trust, because I want you to know that he is actually quite popular among the young women employees at our office, too.
Really? I can't believe that. Is that true?
Yes, it is. So I think you should be more concerned about your husband, too, because I heard that you're actually old and are already in your mid-30s now, right?
Oh, well, yes, that's right. I guess I'm just an old woman. I do have to admit that compared to other younger people like you.
Well, you should know that all the young women at our office that actually have feelings for your husband are also young and are also in their early 20s. And they are all attractive women that you can't beat if you seriously try to go against them. You absolutely have no chance of winning within those women, so I think you should definitely be more cautious.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I actually haven't met those women, so you don't know that I actually can't beat them. But I'm just curious, what makes you say that?
Well, I'm just saying that as his wife, you've already passed the expiration date as a woman, right? Because a woman's value is all about youth. Don't tell me that you think you actually still have value as a woman, because I assume you've already lost that much earlier.
Oh, well, I'm so surprised. Because this is the first time I've actually been said something like that by someone.
So what I'm trying to say is, don't try to be overconfident just because you're his wife.
All right. I will keep that in mind. Well, I guess you are pretty drunk now as well, Miss Thomas.
What? I'm obviously not drunk.
No, I know that you must be absolutely drunk, so I will just try to forget about this conversation we had today.
I just heard from my parents that my brother just fell ill. So can you please come to the hospital as soon as possible? I just sent you the hospital's address by text right now, so can you please check it?
What did you just say? My husband just collapsed.
It seems that someone at his office tried calling you but couldn't get a hold of you.
Oh, really? Well, that's because unfortunately my phone battery ran out while I was outside. So I didn't notice any of the calls. But thanks for letting me know. I'm heading to the hospital right away. So could you wait a moment? And by the way, what actually did happen to my husband? Is it something serious? And is he going to be all right?
Actually, I also just arrived at the hospital, so I'm not sure about his current condition either. But anyway, you should definitely come to the hospital immediately.
Yeah, all right. I'm heading there now, so I should be there soon.
Hey, wait. Oh my God! I can't believe what I'm seeing. There's a young woman here, and she is holding my brother's hand.
What? Who is that woman?
I don't know. I don't think I recognize her, so maybe someone at his office came here to stay with him? But it just feels so awkward to go in and talk to them now.
Seriously, holding hands? If she was a colleague, would you actually do something like that? I suppose you have to be really intimate to do such a thing.
I just have a really weird feeling about this. Well, because with them holding their hands, honestly, they actually look like a couple in a relationship.
What? Do they look like they are that close? I'm sorry, but can you just try asking that woman her name? I'm so sorry to ask you something so troublesome, but I'm getting concerned. And you know, she actually might be able to tell us how the situation was when he fell ill.
All right, I will. Hey, I just asked her. The name of that young woman is Michelle Thomas. Are you familiar with that name?
Oh, yeah, I am. She's actually my husband's teammate.
And she was also saying something strange to me, too. Like his wife doesn't have to come because I will take care of him here at the hospital. She even gave me this strange look when I introduced myself as being his little sister.
What? Of course, I'm going there immediately to see my husband right now. I wonder what she's thinking.
Well, to me, it looks like she's pretending to be my brother's wife. So, should I just make her leave the room since my parents are coming here soon?
No, wait, can you leave her there? Because I'm going there immediately and won't talk to her anyway.
Excuse me? Why do I have to be kicked out of the room? Hey, don't fool around with me.
That's because you made such a loud noise in the hospital. Miss Thomas, I'm so thankful that you took care of my husband and stayed by his side up to now. But from now on, can you just leave everything to us as our family will take care of him?
But I don't think that you're going to be much help to him if you just stay by his side. Because don't you understand that I'm the one who's loved by him the most? So I'm definitely the one who he needs to be with now.
What kind of relationship are you in with my husband?
Oh, we're actually going out together, and we're even planning to get married sometime soon.
What? So you're saying that you were having an affair with him?
Hey, don't use that term. This is not an affair. Because then it'll sound like I'm the second hand. Your husband loves me the most, and we're in a serious relationship.
But do you remember? I'm his wife, you know.
So what if you are his wife? Because I don't really care. I assume that he's going out with me right now because he's already bored of you. I'm going to take care of him, so can you just go back home and leave everything to me? I'm his family, after all.
Well, I'm surprised that you were so confident about yourself. But don't you understand that you're not going to be able to force yourself, though, to be with my husband? Because my husband's parents and his little sister are with him at the hospital right now. So unfortunately, there is no place for you.
You know what? You are so insane, but so is his little sister. What was her rude attitude towards me just a while ago? She just looked at me as if she was seeing something filthy. I can't believe she can be so disrespectful towards her future sister-in-law.
Unfortunately, I don't think you'll be welcomed as her sister-in-law by his family anyway. Because the sister is sitting right next to me now being furious about you, saying I can't believe that insane woman.
Huh? How can she say such a thing? I am the woman who was chosen by her brother, you know. So she should accept the situation no matter what she thinks about me.
Well, whatever you say. Since I haven't heard anything from my husband yet, I need to ask and hear what he has to say about this relationship with you.
Are you saying that you're not believing me? This is absolutely a fact.
If this affair was a fact, why did you go all the way to approach me? You were the one who came to me and asked me to exchange contacts. Why did you want to know my contact anyway if you knew I was his wife?
That's because I wanted to observe what kind of person his wife was from close by. And I guess I wanted to feel a sense of superiority against you, too. I really enjoyed sending texts to you, thinking what a fool you are, knowing nothing about our relationship.
Well, at least I did notice that. You were making fun of me through those text messages. Because you were so rude calling me an old woman. That was so desperate of you not being able to even hide your hostile feelings while sending text messages to me.
Anyway, I don't care what you say because I'm the one who's loved by him the most. If I were sitting right next to him when he actually wakes up, then that should make him really happy. And I don't think that he would even want to see your face at all. So if you do care about him, can you just go home and leave us alone?
And just letting you know that my husband is now awake.
Really? Oh, so how's he doing? Is he all right? Oh, I'm so relieved. I'm heading to the hospital right away, so you better let me see him. I can't wait to see him because he should be so happy when he sees my face.
Well, I actually want to talk to you about that. Because I had a chance to talk to my husband about this, and unfortunately, it seems that he doesn't actually like you at all. So you don't need to worry and have to come here to visit him at all.
Huh? What are you saying? Oh, I get it. You're saying this to me because you're trying to break us apart, aren't you? Whatever you say or do, that's going to be impossible, because I am never breaking up with your husband.
Actually, my husband didn't even quite remember your name either. So I don't think you actually were in a serious relationship with him. Or at least that's what my husband thought about you.
What? That can't be possible.
It's actually true. When I asked him about you, at first he was like, "Who is that?" Unfortunately, he barely remembered you. And though he did admit about sleeping with you, he didn't think that you two were going out and having a relationship.
No, that's a complete lie. He said that I was the prettiest girl in the whole world. He even said that he wanted to be with me forever.
Well, unfortunately, it seems that you were not the only woman he had an affair with. There were plenty of other names that he mentioned, so I guess he kept on saying those words to everyone as well. And you were actually just one of those women he chose to kill time.
What? He was just killing time with me? And I was just only one of those women? How am I supposed to believe that?
I know that my husband is completely wrong to make a lead on you, but you were also wrong to even lay hands on my husband knowing that he was married, right? You also went ahead and said really rude things directly to me. So I just can't forgive you for that, so you're just going to have to compensate for all of this.
So what are you actually going to do?
I'm going to claim for consolation fees from you, and will report about this affair to your company. I remember, you were a contract employee, right? Well then, I suppose your employment agency will have to force you to quit your job, because causing such a trouble at the workplace is definitely a contract violation.
No. Hey, you've got to wait. You're saying that I can't get married to him and getting my money taken and even losing my job? Oh, don't do this to me.
Well, that's what it takes to have an affair. And it's definitely too late to regret about that. Because I assume you were determined to take those risks when you laid your hands on my husband, right?
Well, that's because I thought we were going to get married. If I can get married to him, I don't care if I have to pay money or lose everything. But if that's not going to happen, then this is all just meaningless.
If you had just been quiet about this, you may have been able to hide this through from at least me, you know? Then you didn't have to lose your money and job, and I would have been the only one to be fooled by this. So I guess it was just a big, stupid mistake for you to get so greedy not being able to control your feelings.
No, but I can't just let this happen. Let me talk to him now. I'm sure he'll understand and remember our relationship once we talk about this.
Well, I can't let you meet him now so that you can do that after he gets out of the hospital. You know he's still patient hospitalized trying to recover, so he needs more time. But when my husband gets out of the hospital, we will start processing things, so you should be prepared for that.
Be prepared for what?
Of course, for a lawsuit. If you want to reduce the amount of consolation fees, then you should bring a good lawyer. And you should start preparing for yourself too, because you're going to become unemployed. As I was betrayed by my own husband, I know I don't have the right to say these things, but I actually have one advice for you as an older woman. Just remember, men who are married and have an affair with young women are just so pathetic. So you need to be strong and brace yourself, never to believe those sweet words from men. After that, my husband just refused to meet that woman and didn't even try to have a discussion with her. Eventually, she was forced to quit her job and was claimed for consolation fees from me as well. And though, I'm not so sure if that was the reason, but it seems that she cut off her relationship with my husband and moved back to her hometown. However, it seems that she got mentally ill heavily after that, so I actually have no idea what she is doing now. As for me, I started living separately with my husband and tried discussing about our marriage after that. But as I just couldn't forgive his betrayal towards me, we eventually went through a divorce. And even after that, my husband continued to get into trouble with other women, which led even to police matters several times. Feeling despair in my husband going through all of this, his family cut off their relationship with him as well. As my husband's sin in my relationship with his family is a completely different matter, I'm still getting along and continuing my relationship with my sister-in-law. I do remember that my sister-in-law said to me that I was too kind to people before. So, as she said, that may be why my husband started taking advantage of me, because I was being so kind. I do regret that I should have paid more attention to what my sister-in-law was trying to say to me at that time, and should have taken this more seriously. I guess I am sometimes too kind to people, and I've probably lost many opportunities and had to suffer from that too. Though I've learned a lot through this incident, I will make sure to be more careful and to not be too considerate about relationships from now on. Thank you for watching Peep Talk videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to leave any comments. Please visit us again to check the next video.